This month is going to be a Shadow Legendary month. Get it? Get ready. Okay, this is truly going to be one of the most important months of the entire, well, maybe not of the entire year, but it's up there. This will definitely be the biggest month of the year for Pokemon Go so far, and for sure, one of the most important events of the year so far. The details for the upcoming World of Wonders Taken Over event have been released, and this event is going down from Wednesday, March 27th at 12 a.m. to Sunday, March 31st at 11:59 p.m. local time. Okay, for starters, Shadow Groudon is being released for the first time ever, so that's just a banger way to kick off the event, and I can guarantee you that this will be a super meta-relevant Shadow Legendary Pokemon, considering normal Groudon is currently the 6th best overall ground type in the entire game, and Primal Groudon is the #1 best overall. So basically, Groudon is going to take over ground type and own the ground type meta forever. So if you're like myself and you've been saving Super Rocket Radars for a good Shadow Legendary to be released, this is a pretty good time. Then, the best Pokemon that has ever been released, Shadow Mewtwo, the best Shadow Pokemon, the best Legendary, the best thing overall. Shadow Mewtwo is coming back for one weekend and one weekend only, which I still don't have shiny, by the way, and I will not be making that mistake again. Okay, Shadow Mewtwo is back in the 5-star Shadow Raids on Saturday, March 30th to Sunday, March 31st, and it will be replacing Shadow Raikou in the raids during that time, so Raikou will not be spawning while Mewtwo is spawning, which is great, because we don't want to mix the two. Now listen, Shadow Mewtwo is currently the #1 overall best Psychic type in the entire game, and it ranks 13th in the Masters League. But don't get it twisted, this Pokemon has, I think, the highest, if not one of the highest, DPSs in the entire game. DPS is damage per second. It does the most damage out of any Pokemon in the game, and you can put different moves on Mewtwo, like Shadow Ball. I know that there's electric, ice moves. This thing is a freaking beast. Easily one of the best Pokemon to ever exist in Pokemon Go, and probably that's going to be the case forever. So for sure, worth the raids. And the shiny is great. Again, I gotta get mine. Since this is a Team Rocket focused event, the special event eggs will be the 12-kilometer eggs, and there will be something new and special inside of them. Okay, from the 12Ks you can hatch Larvitar, Sandile, Pawniard, Vullaby, Dino, Pancham, Salandit, and Varoom. And this list does include, for the first time ever, shiny Sandile. Yes, finally this little baby crocodile is coming out shiny in Pokemon Go for the first time, although understand that this will be a really hard and a really rare shiny to get, because not only is it locked in eggs, it's locked into 12-kilometer eggs, which are the hardest to hatch. So good luck getting that. I'm gonna try, we'll see. Event bonuses for this event will include Team Go Rocket appearing more often, and you can use ATM to get frustration off of your Shadow Pokemon. This is really important. This is the first time this has happened this year, and it only happens like a couple times per year, like a handful of times per year. The reason why this is so important is because Shadow Pokemon are the best, strongest Pokemon in the entire game, from the raid meta to the PvP meta, but the only thing that makes them useful is if you are able to TM the move Frustration off of them, which you can only do during events like this that give you the ability to do so. So really, really important to TM Frustration off of your meta-relevant Shadow Pokemon that maybe you've been saving while this event is happening. And I definitely recommend tagging your Shadow Pokemon with some sort of like TM tag or Shadow tag so that you can do the TMing and not forget it. Oh wait, I might have lied. I think that we were able to TM Frustration off for a Pokemon in January, I'm pretty sure, because I have a Shadow Kyogre right here and a Shadow Ho-Oh right here. Where did I get these? Where did these come from? But they don't have Frustration on it, and this was from January. Okay, so it happens a little bit more frequently nowadays, I guess, but it still is definitely something you don't want to miss out on. Speaking of Shadow Pokemon, the Team Go Rocket leaders will be getting new ones, which means if you have not caught the Shadow Shiny versions of whatever Shadow Pokemon are in the Team Go Rocket leaders right now, if you haven't done that, you might want to get on it because they are leaving soon. Also, Team Go Rocket Grunts will be getting Shadow Shiny Pokemon as well. They already have them. Like, the old Shadow Shiny Pokemon from the team leaders sometimes find their way into Grunts, so you can get Shadow Shinies out of Grunts as well as leaders. And there will be a couple of new Shadow Pokemon in the Grunts, including Shadow Pidgey, Darumaka, Gothita, and Solosis, although I don't think these can be shiny, I think they're just Shadow. There will also be special Shadow raids going down, and they include, in the 1-star raids, Shadow Drowsy, Poliwag, Barboach, and Fungus. In the 3-star raids, we've got Hitmontop, Wobbuffet, and Sneasel. And out of these raids, here are the best Pokemon to focus on. Poliwag. Shadow Poliwrath is ranked 10th in the Ultra League and 27th in the Great League. Shadow Sneasel. Its evolution, Shadow Weavile, is actually the 3rd best overall Ice-type Pokemon in the entire game, which is kind of crazy. Field research for this event will give you mysterious components, fast TMs, charge TMs, and encounters with event-themed Pokemon. And in the wild, you will find spawns of Murkrow, Sableye, Purloin, Scraggy, Inkay, and if you're lucky, Zorua, Volibee, and Dino. Best Pokemon to hunt here include Scraggy, because in PvP, Scrafty ranks 42nd in the Great League and 52nd in the Ultra League, which honestly is like a lot worse than I thought it actually was. I don't PvP, obviously, but still. Zorua is a good hunt. It's not really meta relevant, but shiny Zorua is ridiculously hard to get and hard to find. Volibee? It's in the wild. Hey, that's cool. It's not in 12-kilometer eggs. Sick. Find the shiny. It's rare. And Dino, because Hydreigon is the 5th best overall dark type in the entire game and is the 38th best in the Masters League. Oh, and real quick, there's actually a quality of life update that went live recently that's actually really cool. So as you can see, I've got my Cerulege as my buddy because that's awesome. And I actually hatched another Charcadet. What do you have to do? Defeat 30 Psychics? Jake, can I borrow your Pokemon Go account in a second? So to evolve our Charcadet, we actually need to defeat 30 Psychic-type Pokemon with it as our buddy. Now, there was a brand new quality of life feature that was released that's kind of cool. If you scroll down to the bottom, you can see there's a Swap Buddies button now where you could just press that, click yes, and it swaps your buddy immediately instead of having to go to your profile, go to your buddy, press Swap Buddy. It was kind of a pain before. That just made it so much easier. So now Charcadet is my buddy, and now I can go to Jake, get him to battle me, and Jake's game froze. That's fun. That's good. And then now, with Charcadet as our buddy, and Jake as our competitor, we have given him only 10 CP Pokemon. Oh, they have to be Psychic-type Pokemon. I'm an idiot. I'm just an idiot. Hold on, reset, reset. Now to get our next Cerulege, we just have to destroy Jake's 10 CP team of Psychic Pokemon 10 times. Let's do this.
One eternity later.
And I think this should be 10. We're gonna check though. I might be one off. Hold on. Oh, there we go. 30 done. Now we just need the rare candies. Amazing. We've got 1200. Technically, I saved this all for Dialga, but it's fine because we can do more raids. Let's do that, and we can evolve our Charcadet. Sweet, this is cool. All right, and here we go. It's the next. Wait, is this one called Cerulege? This is a Armorage. Very nice. And it goes into the Pokedex. Cool, we get a little new Pokemon today. That's awesome. Armorage in the Dex. Well, that's how I use that new feature, and we're doing a little special trade with Jake, a Shiny Timber swap right now. See if we can get ourselves a little Shiny Lucky Conkeldurr. Oh, there's no more guaranteed XL candies when trading. That kind of sucks. But what doesn't suck is this Shundo, baby. Okay. Then we'll have event-themed research, showcases, a $2 paid research, which looks kind of worth it, and a new avatar pose. Now, what could be more exciting than that amazing update, which is going to honestly be super fun? The 2 other videos on screen. Quick, click them before they disappear.